Okay, hello viewers. It's Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to all of you. Some countries celebrating it today, Germany, Brazil, that sort of thing. But for most of us in the Angloid world, it's tomorrow. But why am I here in Sedgley Park at the police station? It's a police academy, training academy, one of the biggest in the country. It also happens to be here, Sedgley Park, the biggest Jewish community outside of London in the UK. Since October the 7th, there's been a very heightened police patrol in this area. There's private security all over. Now, I come with a message of pessimism from Derby. Let me just cover up my microphone there. It's going to get a bit wet for this video, but it's worth it for you guys. That I joined, to cover it for my YouTube channel, I joined Free Palestine march in central Derby. There's only about 200 of them, of the tacit pro-Hamas supporters, and they still managed to shut down Derbian, the main shopping centre in Derby. And this is the Saturday before Christmas. They shut down the shopping centre. There's angry people trying to go shopping for Christmas presents. They couldn't. And just for filming, a guy with his wife and kids decided to shoulder barge me. Another guy used a bit of slander and nastiness against me because I complained that one of his guys was dressed like a terrorist. And I need the police, and I speak for every sane, civilized person who believes in the future, who believes in gentleness and family and babies and civility, most of all, who believes in love. We need the UK government to give the police the mandate to start shutting down and arresting these pro-Hamas marches for the crime of inciting violence, for the crime of glorifying terrorism, with every passing Saturday that they're able to go out on the street and intimidate people and shut shops and make Jews feel like it's 1930s Berlin. They get empowered. I mistakenly thought a few weeks ago that by allowing British Muslims the chance to go out onto the street and to have an emotional catharsis of their views, it might calm them down. But unfortunately, it seems like the global ummah of Islam isn't following the same rules of civilization that we are. We're all working towards a world where the abstract of justice, fairness, love, brotherhood, equality of opportunity, not of outcome, of opportunity. These are the abstracts that we believe in as civilized people. Whether you're Brazilian, Israeli, Canadian, Icelandic, British, whether you're French, German, wherever, you could be from Eritrea. If you believe in the abstracts of civilization, you're in the culture. But there is one group, and I don't even think they might even be doing it as individuals on purpose. It's just the way the mob mind, the collective consciousness works. An angry, and I will say it, an angry and somewhat childish ideology that cannot accept criticism, that cannot accept being number 2 worldwide in terms of numbers. In terms of numbers of people, it might be number 3. I think the Chinese and the Indians, the Hindus. So Christianity number 1 for numbers, Hindus number 2, Chinese number 3, Islam is maybe number 4. And I'll tell you when it happened. Let me just get my straps here, so I'm getting a bit blustery. There was a golden age in Islam. There was a time when Saladin and Richard Lionheart were like almost buddies, fighting each other because they recognized something in one another. Wow, you're a Chad, you're a good guy, I'm a good guy. The Muslims were really into education and science and architecture and beauty and truth. But then what happened? The Mongols, you may have heard of them, world's biggest empire, aside from the British. Britannia rules the waves. The Mongols decided to invade and sack and kill everyone in Baghdad, the seat of the Islamic Caliphate at the time. And like any other ideology that believes it's number 1, the final revelation, we are the superior race, as soon as you suffer a massive setback, your whole ideology collapses because it's built upon dominance, supremacy. And it's no secret. We've all seen the photographs. We've all seen what Adolf Hitler said about Islam and how much he respected its vigor and anger. And there's a reason for that, is that the fascism of the Nazis was very similar to the fascism that we see, unfortunately, in the more militant Islam, people unable to just live in peace. And it happens all over the world, whether it's let's just get a little snapshot. Whee! All over the world, when the percentage of Muslim people reaches, say, 7%, 5%, 10%, the demands, the flags, the intimidation, the demanding for changing rules, all these things start to come in. So, on behalf of all my Jewish friends, even my Muslim friends who are not believing in this kind of mind control international caliphate, for all my atheist friends, everyone, Christian friends, especially now at Christmas, I can't go out there and change the world by filming it. You all know how bad it is. We could all sit around and have one big daisy chain of, oh, that's terrible, oh, that's terrible. But it's not going to change it. We need the UK government to do what the Germans have done, to recognize that the cry of from the river to the sea is a genocidal call. They need to recognize that people dressing as Hamas terrorists isn't a celebration of resistance against tyranny. It's a celebration of killing the children of God. And everyone is the children of God. And this is what, for the Hamas people to shout, God is great, as they literally GoPro themselves, destroying the most beautiful creatures of God, i.e. children. You know there's some satanic infiltration going on there. And again, it's no coincidence that Salman Rushdie, great British author, what did he write? He wrote The Moor's Last Sigh, Midnight's Children, The Satanic Verses, and a few other books. Very good author. For daring to suggest that there might be some negativities in the religion, the Islamic Caliphate sentenced him to death. And 40 years later, when the old guy's an old man now, he thought he'd gotten away with it, someone jumped on stage, took out his eyeball, stabbed him, hurt him. Can you negotiate with Nazis? No. Can you negotiate with people who have written you off as an imperfect infidel? No. What can you do? As Elon Musk saw, as the IDF sees, as every Israeli spokesperson is saying right now, there's only one thing you can do with fascists who want to kill your children, and that is to kill them before they can do any harm. They've already committed themselves to the devil, and there is no turning of the other cheek or forgiveness that is going to help you when the very people you're turning the other cheek and forgiveness for see that act of abstract compassion as your weakness. This is Charlie Veitch, Sedgley Park, on Christmas Eve 2023.